let us recall the basic concepts of trigonometry ratios, what we had learnt in standard 10. Consider a right angle triangle. Trigonometry. Triangle, metry tells me measurement. So it is basically a division of mathematics which deals with right angle triangles, or I can say triangles. In a triangle, if I consider this is 90 degrees, opposite to 90 degrees I call hypotenuse. If I call this as theta, the side near theta, near, we call adjacent. The side against it, opposite. The side opposite to theta, we call opposite side. The side near theta, we call adjacent side. So what are the ratios that we remember? Sin theta, opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta, adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta, opposite by adjacent. We have three more, the reciprocals of the basic ratios. Sin theta, the reciprocal we call cosecant theta. Cos theta, the reciprocal is secant theta. Tan theta, the reciprocal is cot theta. The next idea, the identities. What do you mean by the word identity? For any angle theta, this equation is satisfied. Equations generally tell it is satisfied for a particular value of x theta, like that. The word identity, mostly we put three symbols here, three lines. That tells me theta can be any angle. Any angle satisfies the equation. That we call identities. We have the major three identities. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. From this, I can rearrange. Wherever I see 1 minus sin square theta, I can immediately say cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta is sin square theta. Secant square theta can be written as 1 plus tan square theta, or tan square theta can be written as secant square theta minus 1. So three identities are given, but you put left and right. However I rearrange, you must be thorough with it to attend the exercise problems. Exercise problems are just playing with sine and cos. Remember the identities. If they are in your hand, nothing is difficult. How to remember the various trigonometric ratios for the known angles? We have studied this in standard 10. Anyway, a quick recollection will help us to answer this exercise problems. Remember, we can put it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 to 90, I am writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. First quadrant values we have written. Every number divide by 4. And then find square root of it. This is for us to easily remember sign values. Put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every number divide by 4, square root of it. 0 by any number, 0. 1 by 4, square root is 1 by 2. 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, square root is 1 by root 2. 3 square root is root 3, 4 square root is 2. When it is 4 by 4, it is 1, square root is 1. Once I know these values, reverse and write for cos. So this number will come first, then root 3 by 2, then 1 by root 2, then 1 by 2, then 0. Once I know sine and cos, tan is nothing but divide sine by cos. 0 by 1, 0. By 2 cancels, 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. When I divide, it is 1. By 2 cancels. My answer is root 3. When I divide by 0, 1 by 0 we call infinity. Or else you can say this is undefined quantity. So this here we read it as infinity. Also you can remember it is an undefined quantity as we divide by 0. We also need to know 180 values. Let us remember sin 180 0, cos 180 minus 1, tan 180 is also 0 because often we use it in problems. It is good to remember this also. But this is different. We mainly have the clues to remember 0, 30, 45, 60, 90 in degrees. But this year we have learnt it in radians. 0, 30 is written as pi by 6, 45 pi by 4, 60 pi by 3, 90 pi by 2. Any trigonometry problem is given in the question or in the exam, it is better to write the table and refer the values from the table. It is good if you remember the values. If not, at least use the technique to remember the values and write the table and proceed with the problems. Let us learn the quadrant measures. Angle starts from 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Already we discussed this. Convert into radians now. For 90 I can write pi by 2. 180 I can write pi. 360 I can write 2 pi. 270 is 3 pi by 2. We already know this is first, second, third, fourth quadrants. Now the ratios we know sin, cos, tan, secant, cosecant, cot. Check which ratios are positive where. First quadrant, all the ratios are positive. Second quadrant, sin and cosecant are positive. The remaining ratios are negative. Third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. The remaining ratios are negative. Fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive. The remaining ratios are negative. We remember the very first letter. All, silver, tea, cups. To remember the code word, all, silver, tea, cups. So, A tells me all the ratios, S for sin and the reciprocal cosecant, T for tan and the reciprocal cot, and C for cos and the reciprocal secant. Another way of remembering, all students take chocolates. You can remember any of this code word. A for all, S for sin and cosecant, T for tan and the reciprocal cot, C for cos and secant. So remember any of this code word to check which ratio is positive in which quadrant. Now 0 to 90, I am here. If the angle is 90 minus theta, I will be here. So 90 minus theta will come in first quadrant. Till this is 90. Minus theta will be here. Then what will come here? 90 plus theta will come here. So 90 minus theta is in first quadrant, whereas 90 plus theta will come in second quadrant. What is the deadline here? 180. So tell me what will come before? Before 180, 180 minus theta. After 180, 180 plus theta. Similarly, here the angle is 270. What will come this side? To the left, 270 minus theta. To the right, 270 plus theta. Here the deadline is 360. So what will come down? 360 minus theta. What will go up? 360 plus theta. So when we are doing problems, remember this idea. If 90 minus theta comes, remember I am in first quadrant. If 90 plus theta comes, I am in second quadrant. Similarly, 180 minus theta is in second, 180 plus theta is in third. And 270 minus is third, 270 plus is fourth. 360 minus theta is fourth, 360 plus theta is first quadrant. Now you are given a problem. Say, sine of 90 plus theta. How should I write the answer? First of all, remember a very small technique. Whenever 90 and 270 are coming, change. Change what? If sine comes, it will become cos. If cos comes, it will become sine. 180 and 360 comes, no change. Keep the ratio as it is. So sine and into cos. Also I will say tan into cot, cot into tan. Another one, secant into cosecant, cosecant into secant. When do you change it? Whenever I am in 19 or I am in 270. See, when you are in 90 or 270, adjacent opposite interchanges. That is why we interchange sine and cos, tan and cot, secant and cosecant. But when I am in 0 or 360 or I am in 180, it is horizontal, no change. So remember, look at this problem. This is an example. Sine 90 minus theta. What is my answer? I refer to the clue here. 90 comes change. Change what? Sine will become cos. So sine will become cos theta. Where is 90 plus theta coming? 90 plus theta is in second quadrant. Second quadrant, sine is positive. So my answer is plus cos theta. 90 will go away. 90 plus theta only becomes this. So I have to check whether it is plus or minus depending on the quadrant. We'll do one more example. Cos 270 plus theta. Now tell me what is the answer. Cos 270 plus theta. 270 comes, change. Cos will become sine. So my answer is sine. 270 plus theta. Check which quadrant I am. 270 plus theta tells me I am in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So plus sine theta is my answer. This cos becomes sine because of 270. When I put the answer, I put only theta. This 270, I have to check the quadrant and put the symbol. That's all. We'll see one more example. Secant 180 minus theta. Let us go on to the clue. 180, 360, no change. So secant 180 comes, put secant as it is. Put theta as it is. Positive or negative, check the quadrant. Where 180 minus is coming, 180 minus is in second quadrant. Second quadrant, sine cosecant only positive. But my question is secant, so it is negative. Like this, you can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 angles are there and 6 ratios are there. So almost 48 like this I can write it. Now the very important one, if I go in this direction, theta is positive. This is anti-clockwise direction. Whereas if I go in this direction, this is clockwise direction, I say theta is negative. So remember all this. When we say negative, I call it as minus theta. Minus theta also is in fourth quadrant. So remember the formula. Cos of minus theta is cos theta only, because in fourth quadrant cos is positive. Even if it is minus theta, cos and secant alone will be positive only, because minus theta is in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cos and secant are positive. Have all this in mind. Let us do the exercise problem. Exercise 3.3, question number 1. Find the value of sine 480. Given values, let us check how we must proceed. When the angle is more than 360, subtract. So we will say 480 minus 360 gives me what? 0, 2, 1. So my very first step, this becomes sine 360 plus 120, that is sine 120. How to write sine 120? It is sine 180 minus 60. 180 minus 60 comes in which quadrant? 180 minus theta comes in which quadrant? Second quadrant. Second quadrant, sine is positive. 180 comes no change. It is in second quadrant. My answer is sine 16. Second quadrant, sine positive. 180 comes no change. So it is simply root 3 by 2. How should you remember? Remember the value from the table. What is sine 60? Sine 60 equal to root 3 by 2. So that is the answer. Second question. Sine minus 1110. Very first idea, whenever we are in sine and it is negative angle, bring the minus sign out. It is minus sine 1110. The very next step, because it is bigger than 360, keep subtracting. 1110 minus 360 gives me 750. Again subtract 360. I get 093. Again it is bigger than, so subtract 360, it is 30. How many times? 1, 2, 3. How will I write it? Minus sine 3 into 360 plus 30. How many times we add 360? Ignore. So my answer is minus sine 30. What is sine 30 value? Again, refer to the table. It is good that you remember the values, or else while you are doing trigonometry problem, keep a table with you. From the table, sine 30. What is my answer? 1 by 2. So I get minus 1 by 2, and that is the answer. Third question, cos 300. How to write cos 300? Cos 300 can be written as cos 360 minus 16. 360 comes no change. Write cos 16. Which quadrant? Refer to the quadrant. 360 minus theta. It is in fourth quadrant where cos is positive. So 360 comes no change. Write cos 60. It is in fourth quadrant where cos is positive. So now the value cos 16. Refer to the table. Cos 16. The value is 1 by 2. So cos 60, it is plus 1 by 2, and that is the answer. Tan 1050. Again 1050 is more than 360. Keep subtracting. 1050 minus 360 gives me the answer 690. Again subtract 360. It is 330. 330 can be written as 360 minus 30. So first time I write it is tan 2 times 360 plus 313. The next step, how many times 360? Ignore. I simply get tan 330. Tan 330 is written as tan 360 minus 13. 360 minus, whenever 360 comes, no change. Write tan 30 as it is. Now it is in which quadrant? 360 minus theta comes in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, cos and secant positive, tan will be negative. So 360 minus 30 comes in fourth quadrant where tan is negative. What is the value? Tan 30. Refer to the table. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So the answer is minus 1 by root 3. Cot 660. How to write 660? Again, it is more than 360. So what should I do? It can be written as 360 plus 300. Ignore 360. I have cot 300. How to write 300? It is 360 minus 60. Already we have done same pattern. Which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, cot negative. 360 comes, no change. Write cot 60. Cot 60 value is tan 60 root 3. Remember, tan 60 value root 3. Cot 60 will be reciprocal, that is 1 by root 3. Tan 19 pi by 3. When you have pi by 3, remember to write the denominator 3. Multiple of 3, I can say 18 pi plus pi. Rewrite it. Tan 18 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. This is 6 pi. Any multiple of 2 pi, ignore. My answer is only tan pi by 3. Pi by 3 tells me it is 60 degrees. 60 degrees, I want tan, the value is root 3. So tan pi by 3, the value is root 3. Sin minus 11 pi by 3. Remember, in sin minus comes, bring it out. It is minus sin 11 pi by 3. How to write 11 pi by 3? It can be written as minus sin. Multiple of 3, I can say 9 pi. So it is 9 pi plus 2 pi by 3. Or in other words, 12 pi minus pi by 3. Either you write 9 pi plus 2 pi by 3, or in other words, minus sin 12 pi minus pi by 3. This can be rewritten as 12 pi by 3 minus pi by 3. 12 pi by 3 is nothing but 4 pi. 4 pi is a multiple of 2 pi. My answer is, it is in which quadrant? 4 pi. 2 pi, again 2 pi. So it is 4 pi. Minus, which quadrant we are? Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, sign will be negative. So my answer, minus sin pi by 3. Already there is a minus, so it will become plus. Sin pi by 3. The value of sin pi by 3. Remember, sin pi by 3 is 60 degree. The value is root 3 by 2. So it is sin pi by 3, that is root 3 by 2, and that is the answer. Question number 3, subsection 1. Find the value of other 5 trigonometric functions. Given cos theta equals minus 1 by 2 and theta is in third quadrant. When theta is in third quadrant, remember the quadrant rule. Third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. All the remaining will be negative. So we will write in third quadrant, tan and cot are positive, whereas the other ratios say sine, cosecant, cos, secant, all these are negative. When we go on to the given thing, cos theta minus 1 by 2, this tells me secant the reciprocal. So secant is nothing but minus 2. Remember, tan and cot are positive, so secant also comes in negative only. Now we'll do the triangle. In triangle, cos theta tells me it is adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent, they have given minus 1 by 2. Minus represents quadrant. So you see only the value. 1 is adjacent side, 2 is hypotenuse. How to get opposite side then? Square minus square. 2 square minus 1 square, or I get root 3. So this implies opposite side equals root 3. Once I know all the sides, let me substitute. What is sine theta? Opposite by hypotenuse, root 3 by 2. What is cosecant? Reciprocal, 2 by root 3. What is tan theta? Tan theta is opposite by adjacent, root 3 by 1. What is cot theta? Reciprocal. So 1 by root 3. Simple problems. We just recall what we had already learnt in standard 10. What is new here is identifying the quadrant and putting the symbols. Now, tan and cot are positive, plus symbol. All the remaining ratios are negative. Cosecant negative, sine is also negative, cos and secant are also negative, and this is the answer. Question number 3, subsection 2. Cos theta equals 2 by 3. Theta is in first quadrant. When we read theta is in first quadrant, we understand in first quadrant all the ratios are positive. Given cos theta is 2 by 3. We can find out what is sine theta. One formula, I can go with triangle method. It is a right angle triangle. Theta, cos theta tells me it is adjacent by hypotenuse, which is 2 by 3. Adjacent to hypotenuse 3. So what about the opposite side? It is hypotenuse square minus adjacent square. 9 minus 4, that is root 5. Once I know adjacent, opposite and hypotenuse, how to write sine theta? Opposite by hypotenuse. The other method, sine theta can also be written as root of 1 minus cos square theta. Cos theta is 2 by 3, square it. Take LCM and simplify, we get the answer. Once I know sine and cos, how to go with tan? It is sine theta by cos theta. That is root 5 by 3 by 2 by 3. My answer is root 5 by 2. Or else use the triangle opposite by adjacent, root 5 by 2. You can do either in triangle method or in identities method. We need to find the remaining ratios. They are all reciprocals. What is cosecant theta? It is 1 by sine theta, 3 by root 5. What is secant theta? 1 by cos theta, reciprocate, 3 by 2. Cot theta, 1 by tan theta, reciprocal, and write it. Subsection 4, given tan theta is minus 2 and theta is in second quadrant. We will just remember the quadrant rule. In second quadrant, sine and cosecant are positive. All the remaining will be negative. As we say tan theta minus 2, we can immediately write cot theta, the reciprocal, that is minus 1 by 2. Cot theta also negative. The next idea, tan theta tells me opposite by adjacent. If I mark theta here, opposite is 2, adjacent is 1. So how to find the hypotenuse? Square plus square. 4 plus 1, that is root 5. Once I know all the three sides, what is sin theta formula? It is opposite by hypotenuse. 2 by root 5. Cosecant, the reciprocal, root 5 by 2. How about cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, 1 by root 5. And secant theta, the reciprocal, we have root 5 by 1. By 1 we can ignore. The problem is not over. We need to put the symbols properly. Sine and cosecant are positive. All the remaining are negative. So cos negative, secant also negative. So second quadrant tells me tan, cot, cos, secant are negative. Only sine and cosecant are positive. And this is the answer. Fifth subsection, given secant theta is 13 by 5 and theta in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, we have cos and secant are positive. So we will write cos and secant positive, the remaining ratios are negative. Given secant theta is 13 by 5, what is cos theta? Reciprocal. So cos theta is 5 by 13. Draw the triangle. Cos theta tells me it is adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is 5, hypotenuse is 13. Find the other side. Root of square minus square. 169 minus 25, 144. The square root is 12. Now I know all the three sides. What is sin theta? It is opposite by hypotenuse. Cosecant theta, the reciprocal. Tan theta, opposite by adjacent. Cot theta, the reciprocal. Now look at the symbols. Cos and secant are positive, whereas the remaining four ratios are negative, and that is the answer.